Hello, hello.
Beep, 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 beep.
Okay, go ahead. Do it again. I'm sorry.
Beep, 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 beep.
Double vocal.
Okay. Hello, hello. Welcome to our 12th episode of What the Flicks. I am Susan Ayers.
I'm
You
Patty
are?
Smith.
Sean White.
I'm the Jester George.
Yes, we're all in costume today for our Halloween extravaganza. Okay, so today we have our show is being dedicated to a very good friend of ours and Sean's mom, Rita, who
Passed away.
passed away. And no.
No, it's okay.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Anyways,
No, but I think-
she would
be
love
weird
the
hearing
spirit of the thing. So
She
let's
would,
get
she would
going.
have loved us doing this, and she
Yeah.
would
So
have
let's
been like,
let's do
supportive.
a
Yeah.
A toast to Rita. Toast
Rita.
to
toast to mommy.
Mommy. George's coffee.
Yeah. Hit, wink, wink, nod,
Wink,
nod.
wink.
Okay.
And as Rita would say, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Okay, so each week we choose a movie for each of us to watch. I pick a movie, he picks a movie, and then we all have to watch it. And boy, these guys have been giving me a hard time with all their horror. Anyways, so and we want you to watch it too. We discuss it as you might discuss it with your friends after. We're not experts. He's like, just like you might talk about a movie after you saw it with your friends and what you thought about it. That's basically what we do. So our movies today are The Joker, The Purge, the first Purge,
Purge.
The beginning.
The beginning.
Purge, the beginning.
Just want to,
Yeah, that's true. There's so many of them.
The Witches of Eastwick, and finally, It 1 and 2.
But the original. It's the original It.
Well, I've never seen that one. I did 2.
What do you mean you didn't see one? What do you mean?
I never saw the first one.
Oh, the original one? Well, I'm doing the original one.
Oh, well, I
you can
saw
tell
the
we're professionals.
I saw the second one.
Same
Anyways, same story. Right. So let's begin. And we're going to begin with, I thought, George,
Me. Okay.
The
Where do we start?
Joker.
Okay,
My
let's start
movies.
with the Joker.
Give us
Joker,
some time
okay.
here. So here's a clip.
Gotham's lost its way. What kind of coward would do something that cold-blooded? Someone who hides behind a mask.
I used to think that my life was a tragedy. But now I realize it's a comedy.
So what'd you think,
so-
George?
Well, I love it. I love the movie. It's actually one of my. Actually, I really cannot put it in a DC in a comic book context. So I wouldn't say it's my favorite comic book movie because I think it's its own movie. This movie could have been about just somebody that's not necessarily the Joker, and it's just to me just a perfect example of what happens when you're mentally ill and you don't have medication and how society treats the mentally ill, and kind of maybe a little close to home. I mean, now me personally, I'm mentally ill, but home in terms of our society where we are now, and how we treat the homeless and mentally ill people, and it's just, and it was brilliantly shot. I love the color of the look of the kind of grayish look of the feel, the music, and Joaquin Phoenix. Wow, it was like. This is, Oscar. He should be the first nomination for an Oscar. For this Oscars.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I my thing in comic book movies, what I call comic book movies, it's like they drag me to them. I have to say this was not a comic book movie. So actually, people who actually went to see a superhero movie might be disappointed. Arthur Fleck is a guy that's like a clown by day, and he's aspiring to be a stand-up. That's what he wants to be. And there's what's his name? You know, the
De Niro?
very famous guy. Yeah, right. Yeah.
What's his name again?
Yeah. Robert De Niro is like
Bobby?
he's like a talk show host that he idolizes. So, so
Like Carson.
yeah.
He's like the Carson of the movie.
Yeah, but he's somehow
Johnny Carson.
different. Yeah, he's kind of different
Yeah.
because he's a little harsher
Sure.
than Carson. Anyways, so he's kind of barely keeping it together with his meds, right? It's also, I believe, like it has a huge social statement about, you know, how people with mental disorders, if they do not get the help they need, just spiral down into, and you really go with him into a psychosis. That's what I really liked. It was like, wow, it was a trip. So I love this movie. I thought Joaquin Phoenix was unbelievable. I especially want to give thanks to to Frances Conroy, who played Penny Flick, his mother.
Oh God, she's great.
I thought she was awesome. I remember her from 6 Feet Under. She was also
American Horror.
American Horror Story.
Yeah, okay.
She's great.
And so I thought, but it was just definitely a social statement, which I just didn't expect when I went there, and I was really pleasantly surprised. Yeah. Patty and Stella. Oh, this is Stella, by
Stella's
the way.
Our guest for the evening.
She's
making
very
comments as everybody talks.
Right, movie.
So, me? Okay,
Yes.
so I went in because I thought it was going to be like a Marvel movie, but I do like when they show how something becomes something. Joaquin Phoenix really.
I'm losing hair and shedding as we're speaking.
I'm getting my head thrown to one side. Joaquin Phoenix, right?
You're cut off. Yeah.
He does
We just started.
the most amazing job with the subtleties of his face, showing hurt, pain, all the downer kind of emotions. And you see him beat up. You just see society tread on him when he's trying to be a nice guy, because that's what his mother always told him to be, as a nice guy. And to see the evolution of him becoming something else. Not now. Right. Stella's licking me. Not now. Right. And
Buy me
the
dinner
other
first.
part is, one thing I never knew was that clowns have copyrighted their faces. So I watched the whole thing on how the makeup was made. And it's really simple things, but if you think about a clown face, you can't use that. Whatever you think of, you can't use that because it's copywritten. So they had to come up with something so subtle that didn't look like any other clown you've ever seen all your life, which I thought was amazing. Why do I keep calling him Joaquin Felix? Joaquin Phoenix definitely should get an Academy Award for this, and I would definitely recommend it. And I'm not even into Batman.
Yeah, exactly.
Sean?
Sean?
Okay, well, I am into Batman. I love Batman is my ultimate. I mean, okay, DC, Marvel, right? We got lots of different stuff going on, but I love it all. So
too.
for me, it
Me
doesn't
too,
matter.
yeah.
But Batman to me was the whatever good looking. I mean, honestly, I think the very first Batman that was out. I know I'm going off, and we can cut it, whatever. But
It's
with
quite all
Michael
right.
Keaton
Oh, right.
was the very first Batman
I thought
movie.
he was great.
I thought he was the best.
Yeah,
freaking
I agree with you.
Batman.
I agree with you.
Well, when they put on the uniform, all of a sudden they don't exist. Batman exists.
Batman exists, but as he was Bruce Wayne, I thought he was like the best Batman that there was in you know how everyone changes.
Right,
now,
right.
Christian Bale has done a great job.
Well, the
at,
story with Christian Bale.
has done a great job coming
But
around.
I've never seen the comic, so I don't know.
Well, this is a movie. It was the very first Batman movie.
Oh, no, I saw that one.
Okay. So I do like Batman, and I like the fact that he is a human being. He does not have supernatural powers. He's just wicked fucking wealthy and can buy super cool toys. and weapons and stuff and make what he wants. That's
Real life.
Real life. Yeah, real life. Oh, yeah. Who else do we know like that? So that's one of the things that draws me to Batman is that, and he's a bat. I love bat. Because I love bats. I adore bats. Just like little puppies. I love them. So, okay. So going back to the movie. Outstanding, amazing, undeniably, Joaquin Phoenix should be at least nominated for an Academy Award. We don't know what else is coming up, so
Right,
who knows what that's about. But in the DC comics, 1940 was the very first Batman. The comic book was 1940, and Joker was the villain. Okay?
Right.
There has never been a backstory about the Joker. Never been any backstory other than he was in Arkham prison at one point. But, whatever. That's not so much a backstory. It's just something that happened. So they create this entire world of I just got chills. Seriously. You're not going to see a superhero movie. You're not going to see a supervillain movie. You are going to see a movie about mental illness. Now, it is a huge statement movie. It's something that you just said it is a huge statement movie on mental illness, and I have to say that when and they show this in the trailer, so I'm not giving anything away, but it's when he's really dressed up and nice and clean in his makeup and in his suit, and he's walking down the triple staircase,
Right.
and he's dancing and he's doing his thing. I mean, I just
He comes
got
into his own
chills.
right
That's when
there.
he's full on Joker.
That's when he becomes the Joker. sorry,
And you
sorry.
recognize it.
And you see it. You see this. There's something in this.
Confidence.
Essence.
Yeah, there's a confidence. There's an essence that just comes out at that moment.
Yeah, he's
That
the
is
Joker
just
without being said.
Freaking brilliant on Joaquin Phoenix's, the director, the editors, whoever, everybody put out there. I mean, I got chills because I'd seen it in the trailer, like on the TV when they show the commercials for it. But when you see the beginning to that point, I was just like, like here he is. That was his breaking point. And he and
it's a good breaking point for him because he gets beat up so much and put down and disrespected that when he punches that first guy, you are so friggin' happy.
Well, you know what? That's a really interesting point.
Right.
It's not only you're going down with him, but you actually understand why he's doing it. It's like,
Yes.
thank God
Yeah.
you did that. You know what I mean?
It saved him.
Yeah.
Being the Joker saved him from being the character he was.
Yes.
Because that
Yes.
character could not
Creating
have
a-
lived.
Creating an alter
Good
ego
point,
that's not
alter
himself,
ego.
leaving his own self to become somebody else.
Okay, so okay,
one
yeah.
more
Oh, I'm
thing,
so sorry.
And now I just growly. Shoot, let me get back to it real quick. Oh, one of the other things that, because I read this very long article regarding the directors, and they were talking to everybody about the movie, is that so you see everything happening. You see like him getting to this point, and then you see him going on like that Johnny Carson but De Niro show, and then just it slowly goes up. After that, it's not too long till the end. And my point was, that because there's no history of the Joker, they left it to, are things real or are they not real?
Yeah, oh, yes.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's things in the movie that kind of bring
Yes.
that fantasy of somebody who's trying to kind of, come out of their shell. Honestly, it was, and people left the theater. I don't know if you guys know this, but people were really disturbed by this movie, and some people like left the theater when they went to see it.
was heavy.
because it was extremely heavy. Fucking brilliant.
I think what's
Yeah.
interesting is that it's
Amazing.
about somebody's survival in this world. You know what I mean? With certain handicaps,
But-
whatever handicap you
Yeah.
have, how you survive. And if
Yes.
that means mental survival, that's fine. But I can't tell you. Nobody else could have played that part like Joaquin Phoenix. Great
Because it was
movie.
just such beautiful music.
George?
I'll give it a 10.
Awesome, 10.
10.
20.
Yep.
Good choice.
Stella, what do you give? 10. Gotta get more shit.
We'll be back.
Oh, yeah. Oh.